War is brewing in Civil War II Issue 0. So this issue sort of set up, I guess, the pretense of Civil War, and we know it's going to be involving a Inhuman named Ulysses who can see the future, and this issue sort of acted as his origin since we actually see him undergo Terrigenesis, and when he comes out, his powers activate and he can see like the world and it's all like destroyed and everything. We also get to see whereabouts, I guess, the big players in Civil War 2. So we've got She-Hulk, Rhodey, War Machine, and Captain Marvel. And we see like what they're doing, and She-Hulk stuff in this was really great. She's like defending Jonathan Powers against being entrapped by the federal government. The federal government sort of set up this sort of sting operation to sort of trap him in talking about his past life as a supervillain. And she's defending him against the federal government, which I thought was pretty cool. It was really interesting seeing this hero defending what was essentially a supervillain. And then we see Rhodey, and he's in Latveria and sort of keeping peace and everything there for the US government. And by the way the president talks with him once he gets back to the US, it sort of sounds like he's sort of grooming Rhodey for his job. So he's sort of grooming Rhodey to become the president eventually. And that's really kind of a unique way of like going with a character. Like I never really sort of expected that. Like we've had like characters like Captain America become the president in the Ultimates and everything, but like Rhodey is someone I never really thought of. But then it sort of makes sense, especially with the climate of what's going on at the moment in the Marvel universe, where he's got a military background and like government background and everything. So he's kind of perfect for it. So I really hope they sort of run with that, and maybe he eventually does become president. That'd be really interesting. Then we get Captain Marvel, and she meets with Doc Samson and everything. Doc Samson I actually haven't seen for a while, so it's really cool to see him coming back. But yeah, pretty cool first issue. I really like this, sort of lays the groundwork for what's essentially is Civil War 2, and sort of gives us a look about all the key members of what's going to happen in Civil War 2. And it's great that they sort of moved away from like Tony and Cap and everything, and are moving on to these other characters. And yeah, it's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.